What is up, guitar legends? Sam Wild here. We're looking at Last Train Home today by John Mayer. You don't need a capo, which is great, and it's standard tuning. Okay, now there's actually just two parts to this song. There's the main chord progression, and then there's also the kind of chorus progression as well. So let's start with the main progression. We have the A chord here first. So just pause the video if you need to work on that. Then we're going to go to E major. Right, and the timing is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's literally one strum on each chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have in the second bar A, E, B, E. One chord on each beat, right? So for B, I just play this sort of open B sus shape. You can play a full B major chord if you want to. I find it easier to just do this power chord version, right? So again, this bar is 1, 2, 3, 4. So all together so far we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, A, E, 3, 4, A, E, B. Then we're gonna have A again, E, A, 2, 3, 4. So that time, E is on beat 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's kind of the whole chord progression. The hard part is adding in the right hand rhythm, okay? What I want you to try and do is have this constant strumming. So it's sort of down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You just alternate strumming really lightly, okay? The whole time it's just really gentle. You can see it's mainly in the wrist. There's not a huge amount of arm movement, right? Just whatever feels natural here. All right, so we have the 16th, 1 E under, 2 E under, 3 E under, 4 E under, 1 E under, 2. If that feels difficult, just slow it down to this speed to begin with, right? This is quite a good thing to do in the beginning, right? So whenever we have a new chord, we need to do like an emphasis, a strong strum on that chord, like so. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything else is really quiet. You can hear I just strum really quietly in between those. So just try and do the first two bars to begin with, because that's the easier half. It's all on one beat. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the second half, we're going to have A, E, E, A. So for those of you that want to take your playing to the next level, make sure you sign up to my premium membership website. You'll gain access to all my backing tracks, all of my lessons, and I'll teach you how to improvise, solo, and play advanced chords. Enjoy the rest of your lesson, guys. The E comes in ba, 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 on a strange beat. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E. So you're playing the E major chord on the upbeat. Up, up, down. Up, up, down. Up, up, down. Up, up. You might even want to just, for now, while you practice this, just play one strum, 2, 3, up, up, down, 2, 3, up, up, down. Just get used to where it is. Then add the in-betweens. Okay, so let's try and do the whole thing together after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. bass-wise for the intro. If you want me, then you better own me all night long. So the verse is the same thing, right? So this is pretty much for the whole song. So if it feels tricky, don't worry, just take your time with it, because once you get it, it works for pretty much the whole song. Alright, so the next part we need to learn is the chorus part, right? I'm not a fallen angel, just fell behind. I'm out of time. So this is a little bit easier here because we just have a whole bar on one chord. So we start with A, then C sharp minor, which looks like this. You go to fret 4. Okay. The middle finger is optional. You can have that off if you want, but I feel like it really does help in this particular song. Right, then we go to our E major chord again, and I'm out of time, and then A again. Okay, second time round, we're gonna do A, B, C sharp. So on beat 4, you have B. Right, you can do a full B major chord here, or you can do B just how we played it earlier, right? That's the power chord version. This is the full chord version. It doesn't make a difference, right? Whatever feels easier to you, okay? So again, A, this is the second line, B, C sharp. Then in the third bar this time we go to F sharp minor. So you can do this with the thumb over like that if you find that easier. You can miss the bass note and just get kind of middle 4 strings, that's fine. Or for this song I tend to do a bar chord personally. Right, so I push in the first finger and the squeezing with the thumb, right? And I actually use my second finger as well to help push that first finger in. So add a third and fourth first, then you squeeze and drag inwards a little bit with the other 2 fingers. Okay. So again, A, B, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, A, B, and then we finish, right? So again for A, you could do A sus, B sus, or you can do full A, full B, you can do full A to B sus, like whatever chord shape you prefer, right? It doesn't really matter. Okay, now try and get the emphasis in the right place here. You'll notice that I play an emphasis on beat 4 during this whole chorus part. Right, whenever beat 4 comes along, I kind of do another emphasized strum. Right, so 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not when there's 2 chords, but when it's just 1 chord for a whole bar, you can emphasize beat 4 as well. Alright, so let's try this whole chorus part, and then we'll go straight into the other chord progression, just so we practice the transition, right? So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a fallen angel, just fell behind. Out of love and I'm out of time. Okay, and so on. So if you have a look at the structure, guys, we have intro, verse, chorus, and then it just happens again, intro, verse, chorus, right? Then to finish the whole song, we just go round and round that main chord progression. So that's pretty much it. You've learned 95% of the song. There's one more thing I want to show you, which is optional. You don't have to do this, but in verse 2, you'll notice there's this really cool keyboard line that goes It's like a ba-da-boom, ba-da-boom, ba-ba-boom, ba-da-boom. So if you want, you can add this in. I'll show you how. You start off the same, A, E, B, E. So the first half is exactly the same, but it's this part here. So to get it, you need to have a different fingering for A chord, for the A chord. You need your first finger just barring 3 different notes here. Alright, so you really have to kind of get that top flattened segment, if you like, in the right place here. Make sure the thumb is in the right place as well, so that you're getting a squeeze. If you squeeze them together, obviously, it's going to be easier to push those in. And then we're adding the pinky to the 4th fret of the E string. And can you hear how I'm going down, up, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. That's when the pinky's on. Up, up, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Up, up, down, up, down, up. So in the mix of it all. Right, so that's quite a cool little thing to add in. Now you can still have the E major chord in there as well, but then it gets confusing, right? So you can add in context. Right, so you can still have that bum, bum, bum. You still have that E major chord in there. Alright, but just work on this really slowly if you are going to do this. Alright, that is everything, guys. The play along is coming up, so you can try and play the whole song with me now. You'll have the song in the background, you'll have the chord diagrams, the rhythms as a guide too. If you want to play at a slower speed to begin with, just click the YouTube settings icon and go speed 0.75%, and the whole thing might sound a little bit more robotic, but it'll be slower, so it's much easier to stay consistent with your rhythms, and also you've got more time to change chords as well. So it's a good idea to do that a few times just to get used to things first. Alright, if you found this lesson helpful, guys, please give it a thumbs up, a like, and make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon too. Alright, good luck with the play along. I'll see you in the next lesson.